Hello everyone, Sophia here, my great challenge. Where do I start and how many excuses can I possibly come up with this time around for the disarray in my house? Yes, so I got a new surface, right? And of course I had to utilize it with all manner of nonsense. I'm starting a new series. It's like a 15-minute cleaning thing. Sometimes it's going to be less than 15 minutes. Sometimes it's going to be more than 15 minutes, but I'm trying to do things in spurts. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm Sophia. I'm extremely disorganized. I am constantly doing one project or another, and as a result, everything falls apart. Let me move this. And as a result, everything falls apart while I am concentrating on my project. Instead of cleaning my house, I come up with a new project when I'm done with the previous ones, thus constantly delaying the inevitable, which is cleaning, organizing, decluttering my house, which is stuffed to the brim with stuff I love. I've decluttered a lot over the years. I've gotten rid of a lot of things, and to a lot of people it's never enough. But the purpose of decluttering really is to get rid of the stuff you no longer like, or brings you joy, and only keep the things that you really like. I just happen to like a lot of stuff. And sometimes I like more stuff than the average person, and that's okay. Ultimately, you really do what you want with your house, but we all get to a point where we look around and all we see is just excess clutter, and it's all, I am perfectly aware of it, the result of bad habits. So in my case, the bad habits are never putting things back where they belong, sometimes not having found a place for something to belong to, and also being constantly sidetracked with other things. So when I'm sidetracked, like I have been in the past 2 or 3 weeks, what happens is that I put everything to the back burner, everything gets procrastinated, the simple stuff gets procrastinated. For instance, right, I just bought shoes for Willie, and the empty box has remained here for 2 weeks and is now the receptacle for various screws, because clearly it's where it belongs, right? So it's stuff like that, and I'm not the only one. I think that most, a lot of people, I'm not going to say most, but a lot of people have the same issue. I'm not going to put a diagnosis on it. All I know is that I've been like that my entire life. I really have difficulty with doing the things that I find have not much value. Cleaning and organizing is not something that I value as a top priority in my life. I'd rather go thrifting and bring stuff like this, which by the way is still here. It's been what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks now? It's still here. So these are the distractions that I constantly gravitate around, and as a result, when I get into that zone of, you know, being the bee going from one flower to the other, when I return to the home hub, the reality hits me in the face that very clearly something went sideways and I need to rechannel and go in the right direction. So I'm going to focus on this area today. I'm only doing those videos to inspire those who struggle like me. Clearly, for those of you who are super organized, have things put in place as soon as you use them or you finish using them, this is just mind-boggling to you. You probably look at the mess in my house and think like, how can you live like this comfortably? I'm sorry. It's not an issue, really. It's just unsightly. But when you start losing things, or you're taking too long to find something, obviously you got to straighten up. So for those of you who struggle as much as I do, it's just to motivate you and to show you that you don't have to look at the bigger picture when it comes to things like this. You don't have to look at the entire living room, for instance, as a complete mess right now. You can just choose one area and just focus on that one area. I've tried my whole life to try to rein in some better habits. None of them are stuck. I think it's just a personality issue, and then the lifestyle, you know, doesn't help. So anyway, I hope this motivates you. I'm going to show you what I plan on doing today. One of the reasons the living room is a complete mess is because all the deliveries for the wood and the things that I need to do my project upstairs have arrived. So I have dozens of boxes in the living room that are just in the way. So all of this is gonna be taken care of today. But for now, again, only focusing on one area, and this is the area surrounding this new piece of furniture that I got. And once I'm done, I'll tackle something else, but hopefully it won't take me more than 15 minutes. And if it does, that's okay. But I'm trying to do things in small portions, small bites at a time. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to try to analyze things here and see what happened. So obviously this is related to the bedroom upstairs. I have to bring it up, so that's one thing. But then there's a Life magazine that I was reading and didn't put back. There's a basket I was planning on using for fall decor that I ended up not using. Blanket over here. My cooking apron, because, you know, it surely does belong in the living room. And piece of plastic. Okay. Over here is the box that I brought back from my last thrifting trip. And it's still here. None of this was brought downstairs to the processing center for my Etsy shop. So it's still here. And then on top over here, there is 2 boxes from things that were purchased on Amazon that need to go to the garage, and a dead bulb. Then there's the shoes. Actually, I believe these were mine. That has the nails, right? And then DVD that was sent to me by a subscriber that I haven't watched, a book that was sent to me that I have not read. So here's another box. There's all the ballots for voting, because voting is in 2 days. More voting ballots, Kohl's catalog, my tea. I kept this card here. It's not my family, but it's to get the discount for my Christmas cards. Little thing here. This is a mail that I answered already. And then a whole bunch of cotton pads. I must have been doing my nails at some point. And then this little thing here, that was here, but I replaced it. And it's still here. And what else? This is fine. All right, so, oh, wait, there's the chair. All right, so nothing's wrong with the chair, but there's a jacket that I was wearing. And instead of putting it in the closet, oh, you're gonna get to see what the living room looks like. See all the boxes? Right, just like Willie has his coat right here on the chair, none of us put our stuff in the closet that's in there. So how about we start with that? And you know, by the way, I'm perfectly aware that this video is going to be more than 15 minutes, but I'm trying to do things in a 15 minutes time. And if I am filming, it's going to be more than 15 minutes because I got to move the camera, I got to talk, you know, all of this stuff. So I know that this, if I wasn't filming, would take about 15 minutes. So let's start with the coat. I mean, what does it take really when you come home to come to this area and put your coat on a hanger, and put it in the closet? While I'm at it, I'm going to grab Willie's coat. Bad habits are rooted in poor wiring in our brain. we've created paths, and these are the paths that the brain will take. So in order to change those habits, what you really need to do is create new paths and abandon the old paths. It's easier said than done. The brain is not that easy to retrain. I give you, for instance, right, very often when I do cleaning videos or decluttering videos, and I'm always talking about how I have poor habits and stuff, the answer that I commonly get from a lot of subscribers is, why don't you put things back where they belong? It's easy for you to say because this is something that you already do. This is something that is a routine of yours. It's not a routine of mine. So it's not that difficult for you to comprehend as a concept to put things back where it belongs, right? Because that's your habit. You do that. So you're comfortable with this. You do that robotically. You don't even think about it. But for people like me, we actually have to think about it. We have to actually make a conscious effort towards putting things back where they belong. Like you got to stop yourself and put things back where they belong. It's not a natural response to clutter for a lot of people. It's just actually, it's unnatural, because what the brain does is go through the straight path that it's been used to use for, I don't know, I'm 52, let's say 40 something years. And that path is always take something off, drop it exactly where you took it off. Okay, so the simple ballot we don't need. We'll see it again on Tuesday when I go vote. So I can get rid of that. So this is, by the way, my little trash. Okay, this is relocate. It's got to go back upstairs. This one I got to bring downstairs because that's where the DVDs are. So let me put it to the side for now. This I got to bring upstairs. This I got to bring upstairs. This I got to bring downstairs. So I'm going to put it in the box with the Esty stuff. Okay, so that's upstairs. What else do we have? I don't need to have this hanging like this. I'm going to put that here. It's already looking better. Okay, so that's upstairs. I'm going to put that on that safe, so that's going to go downstairs. My tea stays here. This little cup thing I like, so I'm going to keep it. Okay. These are cool. These are the little envelopes for the seeds. I told Mom I was going to send her a whole bunch of them. She wanted some, so I know I have an envelope here. I might as well prep that now. I'm getting sidetracked. Notice? I'm already getting sidetracked. Like, this could totally wait. But if I don't do it now, I think that's too many. Yeah, that's enough. She doesn't need that much. Okay, so I can put that away. Doesn't fit. Gift card. Alright, that can stay here. Alright, let me put that to the side. It goes upstairs. So here's another example of how my brain works, right? I said I was going to bring that upstairs. As I'm doing that, I realize that, and that clock too, this is still on the other time zone or time, whatever. So I'm going to change that. It's 12:45. Everything with me is like that. I see something, I gotta address it right away, and then everything else falls behind. So let me put that upstairs. I'll be right back. Then we'll tackle what's at the bottom. Okay, bottom part. This is trash. This I gotta bring downstairs. This has got to go in the garage. This is no good. So let me bring this downstairs. Okay. So sometimes this week, since I have some time off, I'm actually going to process a lot of the stuff that's on this shelf. this little thing here. Okay. All right. So now I have this box and these two boxes that need to go in the garage. Again, this is trash. This goes back in the kitchen. This is trash. This basket, I'm gonna keep it here for the cat. And blanket needs to be folded and put on the chair. Okay, and while I'm at it, I might as well do this, right? I have 2 catalogs. I received those catalogs, I do nothing with them. One of them is super, super expensive linen. There's no way I'll ever afford that. And then the other one is the J. Peterman catalog. It's really for the narrative more than anything else. But again, I don't need that. That can go in the trash. Since I'm still here, 2 things. Last night's tea before I went to bed and nail polish. So that just leaves me with 2 things unaddressed, and that's the sew and the Life magazine. This is where I keep all my vintage Life magazine. It went back. Oh look, an empty bottle of nail polish. Trash. This I gotta bring upstairs. So it took less than 15 minutes and I'm not exhausted, but I took care of it. Now this stuff is still here, and the other stuff I said I was going to bring upstairs, so that's my next step, which actually I'm going to do in the next video because I have a whole bunch of stuff on the staircase. That's my, oh, I'll bring it upstairs area. And it never makes it to upstairs, but you know, I have nothing but good intentions. But anyway, this is nice and clean again. I cannot wait I should dust this actually. I can't wait to redo this stuff here. I like this little dish, put my ring or whatever. The clock I've had before, I found it at the thrift store. And then this lamp is really cool, by the way. I'll put the link down below if you're interested. This is a really, really cool lamp. First of all, it's super flexible, and it's got this thing here where you can change. You see that? Okay. And then it's dimmable, or you can dim it and make it as dim as you want. And we keep it on this because that leaves the light when we come down the stairs at night and we come into the living room. So this area is done. I'm going to put a little blankie in there for the cat to see if she's actually going to go in there, and that will be done. So that's it. I think that doing things in little 15-minute increments is probably easier for me. Oh, I just got this. I gotta bring downstairs. I forgot. It's easier for me because I don't get overwhelmed and I don't start going in multiple directions, which is one of my problems. Like I start, and there's a meme, I think, not a meme, but a reel that's been circulating on Instagram for so long now. The lady goes into the fridge and says, I was going to make myself a sandwich when I realized that the ketchup bottle was empty. So I went to the junk drawer to get a list of things that had to do with, to get my list of groceries that I need to pick up. So she writes ketchup, and as she was opening the junk drawer, she realized that it was all disorganized. So she started organizing that, and then while doing the junk drawer, she realized that she was out of rubber bands. So she goes to the store to buy rubber bands but forgets to buy the ketchup. As she comes back home, she realizes that she left the laundry on. So she just, it goes on and on and on, and at the end of the day she still didn't eat a sandwich. So this is me in a nutshell. I'm doing something and I realize a gazillion other things that need to happen could be delayed and happen at another time, but I have to do them right here and there. So the actual task of cleaning an area like this could easily take a whole hour, and then I get overwhelmed. But if I was just focusing on what needs to be done, it would be 15 minutes. So bottom line is this: if you are in the same predicament that I am, where you have a lot of stuff and you never put it back where it belongs, or you don't have a place to actually make it belong to, do things in 15 minutes increments, or do a 1 box challenge, or whatever other methods you want to do. But you got to chunk it down into small portions that are reasonable for you to deal with, because your brain functions differently. Thank you for watching. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at My Great Challenge. You can also find vintage finds on Frenchie and Tubby. I promise I'm doing that next week. All next week I am processing things for Etsy, so there'll be plenty things to go on Etsy before the holidays. And then you can find channel merch for a gift ID at My Great Challenge Gift. And for those of you who are interested in a more intimate look into my private and family life, you can follow me and subscribe to my Patreon channel at patreon.com/mygreatchallenge. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hey, it's me, and guess what? Click that thumbs up if you really like this video. Thumbs down twice if you didn't. You can also share my video if you really liked it, or save it to watch later. Also, you can subscribe to my channel, but don't forget to click that bell button so you are always notified when I post a new video. Thank you for watching.